How to clean your personal information from Experian. You guys, that's what today's session is going to be on. How to clean your personal information. When we're speaking about personal information, we're talking about your names, your addresses, your employers, your phone numbers, your date of birth, and your social security number. Now, before we jump right in, I want to go over why it is important to clean your personal information. You guys, if you have a lot of names, addresses, phone numbers, inaccurate date of birth, inaccurate social security number reporting on your credit report, well, number one, the wrong social security number could get you denied, okay? Because it's not going to have all of your accurate information. But as far as all of the other stuff, the names, a bunch of addresses and phone numbers and employers, that will make you look risky to a lender and cause you to get denied. It can cause you to look like you're irresponsible. A lot of addresses can make it like you move around a lot. A lot of employers can make it like you job hop. A lot of phone numbers can make it like you always switching numbers, and those are red flags, and they could cause you to be denied. So, you guys, we're gonna need one name reporting on our credit report. However, you want your name to be. If you want it to be your first name, middle name, last name, first name, middle initial, last name, or your first name and your last name, your first name, your maiden name, your last name, however you want it to appear. You need it to appear the same way across all three credit bureaus, and you only need one spelling and one variation of your name on your credit report. The other names need to be removed. You only need one address showing on your credit report, and that is your most recent address where you live now. Any other addresses need to be removed from your credit reports. I don't care if your mom address, your grandma, your friend, if you lived there then, if you lived there when you went to college, those addresses need to be removed. You only need one address reporting on your credit report. One. You really do not need any employers or phone numbers. If you would like to leave your current employer on there, that is your option, and you can if you would like to. But you don't need any employers, any phone numbers, and you need to verify that your date of birth and your full social security number are accurate. Okay? That's what we're going to be doing when it comes to personal information. Now, the first step in cleaning your personal information with Experian is going to Experian.com. Once you're at Experian.com, this is going to be their home page. You can sign in if you already have an account. If you don't have an account, that is perfectly okay. You can hit sign up for free and you can create a free account. Once you sign up for free, if you don't have an account, we're all going to come and we're going to hit sign in. Okay. Once we hit sign in, it's going to take us over to this screen where they ask us to enter our username and password. Okay. Once we enter that, we're going to hit sign in. Experian also offers an app. If you would like to view your credit reports from their app, you can download their app and they give you instructions for that already. Okay. Now, we're going to click sign in after we enter our username and password. Once we hit sign in, it's going to bring us to Experience Upgrade Your Account with Credit Works screen. It's going to do this every time we log in, okay? Now, once you scroll up, you reach the bottom of the page, you're going to see a button that says no, keep my current membership. I do not advise that you get Experian. Just keep your current membership, your free membership. You don't have to pay the $24.99 to Experian to access your credit reports, okay? So we're going to keep our current membership. Once we hit click our current membership, it's going to bring you inside the home page of your account with Experian, okay? It's going to have your Experian score, if there were any changes. It's also going to give you a bunch of menus, okay? It's going to give you a bunch of menus at the top of your screen. It's going to give you a lot of other options: cancel subscriptions, credit cards, shop auto insurance. Like, it's just going to give you a lot of options. But the option that we are looking for is going to be under the credit menu. Okay, so we're going to click credit, and once you click credit, it's going to give you the options to click credit reports, which is going to bring us to our Experian credit report. So we're going to click credit reports. Now, Once we get access to credit reports, this is going to be the inside of our credit report. It's going to have your score, it's going to have your name and the date that it was pulled. And if you just stroll up just a little bit, you'll see a quick actions tab or box that says file a dispute. And that right there is exactly where we want to be. We want to click file a dispute. Okay. Once we hit file a dispute, it's going to bring us into the dispute center. Okay. It's going to have your name, the report number, and the date generated, and it's going to give you your potential negatives, your accounts, public records, personal information, and inquiries. And you guessed it, we are looking for the personal information tab. Okay, we're going to click that personal information tab. Once you click that personal information tab, it's actually going to bring you inside of the personal information that is on your credit report. It's going to have all of your addresses listed, your date of birth, your names, and some more information, your phone numbers. Okay. So right here where it says addresses, where your address is, and you see the arrow over here to the right, we're going to click that arrow. Okay. Once you click that arrow, it's going to say, what would you like to dispute? And select your dispute reason. Okay. So you're going to click the arrow in the box to make it drop down. As you can see, next is grayed out. You won't be able to choose next until you select a dispute reason. Okay. Now, it's going to give you a few options when it comes to your dispute reason. There's going to be never lived there, belongs to another person with same or similar name, identity theft, residence type is inaccurate. Okay, those are going to be the options that we can choose from. Once you do make your selection, we want to select never live there. Okay, never live there. That is the only option that we want to select. We're going to go over why not, why you shouldn't select the others here shortly. But we're going to choose never live there. As you can see, next is no longer grayed out. And it says use this reason if you've never lived at this address or received mail there. We're not worried about that. Okay, we don't live there now, and we don't receive mail there now. Okay, we don't receive mail there now. So we're going to click choose that option, and we're going to click next. Okay. Now, once we click next, it's going to ask you, do you want to submit your dispute? And you're going to say yes. Okay. Now, if you click never live there and this caution triangle pops up, and it says that, or in next is grayed out still, and it says address ID number and report number. That address ID number is tied to an account on your credit report, so it's not going to allow you to dispute that address. So you're going to want to write that address down. You're going to want to make note of that, that it's still on your credit report and you were not able to dispute it online, because you're going to have to dispute that one by mail. Okay, it's going to have to be disputed by mail, and you will just go on to the next address. Okay. Now, belongs to another person with a similar or same name. As you can see here, it says this request can't be processed online, and it gives you a number to call. Okay, so we're not going to choose belongs to another person. For identity theft, as you see, it says this. As you see, it says this account can't be processed online, and next is grayed out, and it gives you a number to call. So we're not going to choose identity theft. Okay, that's why we're choosing never live there. Now, if you do see residence type is inaccurate, you guys, you can see it will let you choose this option, but this option normally only gets the address updated. It normally never gets it deleted. So we're going to choose option never live there. Now, your date of birth, you can click it. It's not going to show you your, full information. So you will have to send in a written letter to verify that they have the correct date of birth and the correct social security number. Okay. Also, phone numbers. If you had additional phone numbers listed on your credit report, they would be here as well. And you would hit that arrow and you would click dispute inaccurate number or not my number. It's only going to give you one option for phone numbers. And we want to remove all of our phone numbers. You can leave the phone number that is tied to your Experian account or the phone number that you created, or used with your Experian account if you would like to. But that is also where creditors get your phone numbers from your credit reports when they get to calling you and things like that. If you've changed numbers, they can find it there. But I do want you to know this as well. Whenever you apply for credit, because remember, we're taking the employers, we're taking phone numbers. I was like, we're taking all of this information off. Whenever you apply for credit, whatever information that the person puts in when you apply, that's the information that's going to end up on your credit report. So if they, leave a letter out of your name, misspell your name, do a different variation of your address, whatever they put in, if it doesn't match what's on there already, that information is going to get added to your credit reports. So you can go in and dispute personal information every month if you like online whenever you review your credit reports with Experian. Okay? You always want to make sure that information is clean. We don't want any additional information that's outdated or anything. We don't want to risk getting our credit file mixed. And if you do have information on your credit report that doesn't belong to you, there may be a chance that your credit profile is already mixed and contains information that doesn't belong to you that could be hurting you. Okay? Now, as you can see here, these are the names, you guys. As you can see, there is no arrows to the right side of those, like it is with the address and the date of birth, and phone numbers, things like that. That's because we can't dispute our names online with Experian. You're gonna have to write down the variations of your names that are reported that you want removed, and you're gonna have to send in a written letter for that. Okay, a written letter for that. Now, and inquiries. This is just one more thing. I just want you to see we can't dispute inquiries online either with Experian. Okay, so that is why we actually have to dispute multiple ways. That's why we're disputing some information online because we want to get a jump start. We want to go ahead and start getting some of this information removed because this personal information will be removed within less than 24 hours. Okay, it'll be removed in less than 24 hours. But inquiries, that's why we have to call, send letters in the mail. With removing personal information, we have to dispute online and through the mail. Okay, this calling to dispute the personal information, you're going to get the same result that we're getting here online. Say with the addresses, if you're trying to call and get it removed, but it's tied to an open account, the representative is going to tell you that you need to contact the creditor because she can't remove that personal information. You need to contact the creditor to get them to update your information. So that is why we're sending letters for personal information as well. And you guys, this is okay. This is a part of the credit process. We use different tactics and different strategies for different items. And this is why, okay? Because that may be the only way that we can dispute. Like with the inquiries, that's why we dispute over the phone because we can't do it online. So we dispute over the phone or through the mail. And you guys, there was one thing that we didn't cover, and that is personal statements. If there's something showing on your credit report that you do not agree with, that you can't get removed, or just some information that you would like anyone to see that is pulling your credit report, you can add your personal statement here by clicking that arrow there. Now, you guys, I hope this video has helped you to understand how to clean your personal information and why to clean your personal information. And remember, we want to keep this personal information cleaned up all the time, every month, if we need to. This video should have also brought some things full circle for you to help you understand why we do dispute in so many different ways. You guys, I hope this was helpful. Now, it is time to go and clean that personal information and the personal information that you could not get removed online. I suggest that you go to the next lesson, which is advanced removal of personal information, in order to access the written letter to send in to the credit bureaus for that. You guys, thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Until next time.